Okay, I'd like to call to order today, Tuesday, February 1st, 2022, 5:30 p.m., our city council meeting, and I would like to ask our mayor to lead us in an invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Thank you, Charlie. Please bow with me. Lord, thank you once again for a beautiful day, for this beautiful city that we live in. We ask that you watch over our staff, our first responders, our council. Give us good guidance tonight to do what is in your will. We ask that all we do in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Kathy, would you call the roll, please?
Mayor Shute.
Here.
Bishop.
Here.
Carlisle.
Here.
Detman.
Here.
Stewart. Lawrence.
Here. Okay, and I'd like to announce business from the audience. If you have something you would like to address the council about and it is not on the agenda, then if you'll see our city clerk, Ms. Kathy Haley, she will give you a proper form to fill out, and at the proper time, we'll address your issue. Okay, mayor's report.
Just one item of interest is the chili cook-off. For those of you that went there, Leonard, he made it back safely.
Yep.
So
Sure
didn't
did.
have any stomach issues or anything, so he
No,
was a
no,
judge.
no,
so. But it was,
Well, good.
the rain kind of let up right when they started serving, so it turned out to be a decent little event. A lot of people came down. The weather was perfect for chili, and that's about all that was perfect for. But it was good. The Rotary Club and John Pepper have been putting that on for several years. I think that's the nightclub, correct, Scott?
It is. Yes.
So they did a good job. The only other thing I have is an ordinance amendment for the pension, the fire pension, the municipal firefighters pension plan. There's a kind of a cleanup of one line item that needs to be deleted, and that line is drop participants can be elected as, but not vote for elected trustees. And pursuant to our ordinance 1433, the retirees may vote for board members and hold office, and drop members are considered retirees. So we ask that approval for that line to be scratched from the ordinance. So.
Okay,
If I can read the title when you're ready, sir.
okay, that would be great.
The proposed ordinance is entitled an ordinance of the City of Sebring, Florida, further amending the City of Sebring Municipal Firefighters Pension Plan, restated pursuant to ordinance number 1307, as subsequently amended, amending Section 3, Board of Trustees, providing for codification, providing for severability of provisions, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing for an effective date.
Very good. Okay, request for a motion.
I make a motion that we pass the ordinance and by changing what the mayor rolled out, the line item.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions from the council members?
I just want to announce the second reading will be February 15th, 2022.
Okay. All right. Any comments or questions from the public? Okay, Kathy, would you call the roll, please?
Bishop.
Yes.
Carlisle.
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lawrence.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, sir. Any council members' concerns, liaison reports? The only thing I want to say is I want to give a shout out to the fire department. If you all saw today's paper, or if you happen to be up at midnight over by Save-A-Lot, we want your name then. But now there was a large fire at the back of the Save-A-Lot, and our fire department went over there and put it out. And I know a lot of people don't realize that the fire department literally has fires every day. They're usually not as big as that one or as consequential as that could have been, but they're out there every day. And on that particular one, they got that under control in just a matter of minutes, and I'm going to just say pretty much saved that shopping center. So way to go, guys. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Consent agenda.
I make a motion we accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any questions from council members? No? Any comments or questions from the public about the consent agenda? No? Okay. Kathy, would you call the roll, please?
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle,
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lawrence.
Yes. Okay, that moves us along to, we have no old business. We're gonna go to the new business. Item 10A has been scratched, and we're gonna go to 10B, Golf Side Lane Drainage and Road Resurfacing. And Mr. Fields.
Good evening, council. I'm here to ask you to consider approving some drainage and road work to the Gene Check area, particularly Golf Side Lane, and some of the roads in there we're going to try and repave while we're there. The combined total for this project is $321,380.40, and it was brought to you during the budget period as one of the projects that we would be trying to focus on this year.
All right, questions from council members? Any comments? Any comments or questions from the public? Okay. Request a motion.
I make a motion that we accept, make a motion that we approve staff recommendation on approving this, $321,380.40.
Okay, have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further comments from council members? Any further comments from the public? Yes, ma'am. Come on up, tell us who you are, and tell us what you have to say or questions you might have to ask.
My name is Mara Bledsoe.
Yeah, come on up to the microphone if you will, please.
When you say resurfacing, is that the only plan, is just resurfacing and repairing? Are you planning on extending it, or?
I think it's just resurface and repair, but Ken, is that true?
Okay. Yeah, that was my question, thanks.
Yes, okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, so on the resurfacing, you just basically grade that off and then put new blacktop on, is that, and fill
Yeah,
in
we
holes?
just, we add inch and a half to the existing and extend the life of the road.
Okay, and what about the drainage? What exactly does that entail? And I'm just asking that for.
So there's
general
going to be some replacements of pipe, catch basin boxes, and then some regrading of the road itself to get the water to flow to the proper area to collect the water.
public.
So,
Yeah, okay, all right.
Probably needed.
yes. And the curbing
Yeah.
as well,
Okay.
Which
Is-
will help.
which will be a big help.
I know part of the golf course has some drainage problems too. Is that gonna help that at any or
Not really. What it's going to do is get all that water off Golf Side Lane, but that water does go to a line that goes to the golf course and feeds into one of the drainage canals. So that line is going to be coming next. I'll be asking for replacement of that probably in the next month or two.
Yeah, okay. All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Kathy, would you call the roll, please?
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle,
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lawrence.
Yes. Okay, I wanted to just say on 10A, one of the reasons we're not addressing that tonight is because the gentleman that was gonna make that presentation is not feeling well, and so he could not make it tonight, and that's why that has been pulled. So if anyone is here to address the 10A, which is the CRA waterfront redevelopment, we've pushed that off to February 15th, I believe. So. All right, okay, we're gonna go into some public hearings now, so on 10C, a public hearing and ordinance number 1482, we will start our public hearing. Public hearing is, for the purpose of the public hearings to receive input on ordinance which will amend the Sebring zoning map for the property located in the Los Villas subdivision from 1 and 2 family district R2 and plan development PD to plan development. Mr. Swain, would you give us an introduction to the ordinance, please?
Yes, sir. The ordinance is entitled,
An ordinance of the City of Sebring, Florida, changing the zoning classification from the Multiple Family Residential District R2 and Planned Development PD to Planned Development PD of approximately 10.84 acres lying in Las Villas at Kenilworth subdivision, recorded in plat book 17, page 3 of the Public Records of Highlands County, Florida, providing for severability, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, thank you, sir. And a CFRPC staff report by Miss Jennifer Cotto Salisbury. Hi, how you doing tonight?
All right, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
For the record, Jennifer Cotto Salisbury with the Central Florida Regional Planning Council. And just briefly, as was read in the short title, this is a rezoning. The parcels are currently zoned R2 and planned development. This would bring all the parcels under planned development with the same conditions. And the applicant is the Green Group Development, LLC, and the overall area is 10.84 acres. And we can go to the next slide. The future land use is medium-density residential. The proposed rezoning is consistent with that land use. And then if we can go to the aerial, yes, next one. There we go. This is just a map that shows the properties that have been developed. The rezoning will not impact them. And then to the next slide, which shows the parcels outlined in black. Those are the parcels that would be rezoned. And then to the next slide, the conditions that are included in the planned unit development or planned development include a minimum lot size of 3,500 square feet. The property is already platted, so this is just consistent with that already. Minimum lot width is 35 feet, front and rear setbacks are 20 feet, and the side lot line setback is 3.5 feet. Structures should not exceed 25 feet. There's also a provision for air conditioning. A minimum of 1,500 or 1,157 square feet must be air conditioned. Utilities will be underground. Landscaping and irrigation in the entrance and common areas, all of which has been completed. And this would be a gated community, which is already done. With regard to access, just providing the current access off of Kenilworth and Youth Care Lane. Streets, again, 40 feet of right-of-way, which are already installed and platted. And then finally, on the last slide, a private park, which has already been constructed. And then just limits on signage, making sure we don't have a neighborhood with a billboard in it. So really, that is an overview of the conditions. I'm available for any questions.
Okay, very good, thank you. Any questions from council members? Nope.
Nope.
Questions or comments from the public? Nope. Now's your chance. This is why we have the public hearings. Okay, instead of adjourning this public hearing and going on to another one and another one and another one, we're going to go ahead and do several items in this public hearing, and then at the end we'll adjourn it. But we will give you a chance to address each different item as we come up with it.
We're gonna vote on this one.
Sir?
We're gonna vote on this one.
Well, I was under the impression that we can do this as one.
Are we doing a single public hearing on all the matters that are having public hearings tonight, or doing separate ones on the separate parcels?
My understanding was is we would approve each ordinance as it comes up, but the groups that deal with future land use and zoning changes for
Okay.
those, we would handle,
Sir?
so similar to what we did.
Okay.
Charlie wasn't
In
here.
that
He
case,
wasn't
then we'll
here.
go ahead and adjourn this
That's right.
public hearing. And we'll move on to council's questions and comments on, or motions.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve, excuse me, ordinance 1482 on second and final reading as presented.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any further comments from council members?
Ready to see it get moving.
Any further comments or questions from the public? Okay, Kathy, would you call the vote, please?
Bishop,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lawrence.
Yes. Okay, we'll go to the next public hearing. I thought we could do that all at once, my error.
That was my fault.
Okay, this is item 10D, public hearing and ordinance, a city-initiated request to amend the future land use of the city of Sebring, Florida, amending one parcel of land comprising approximately 1.11 acres located at 2805 US 27 North Sebring from county commercial to city commercial due to annexation. And the purpose of the public hearing is to receive public input on an ordinance which will amend the Sebring Comprehensive Plan for future land use map for the property located at 2805 US 27 North from county commercial to city commercial. Mr. Swain.
So, the title of ordinance 1485 reads, an ordinance of the city of Sebring, Florida, amending the city of Sebring Comprehensive Plan future land use map for a 1.11 acre parcel at US 27 North and New Life Way in the southeast quarter of the northwest quarter of section 23, township 34 east, range 28 should be south, Highlands County, Florida, from county commercial to city commercial, transmitting said amendment to the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity for notification, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date. And that should be Township 34 South, Range 28 East.
Okay, and again then, from Central Florida Regional Planning Council, Ms. Jennifer Cotto Southbury.
You're gonna do two.
Yep.
We're gonna do both.
You do 1486
Right.
too.
That's 1485.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm correcting the township. 1486 is entitled an ordinance of the city of Sebring, Florida, changing the zoning classification of a 1.11 acre parcel at US 27 North and New Life Way in the southeast quarter of the northwest quarter of section 23, Township 34 South, Range 28 East, Highlands County, Florida, from County Business District B3 to City Commercial District C1, providing for severability, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date.
Now, Ms. Jennifer Cotto Southbury.
Thank you. This is more of housekeeping. If we can go to the next slide. This is a future land use amendment and a rezoning due to annexation. And today in the county, the land use is commercial, and we're going to be changing the land use to city commercial. And for zoning, again, in the county, it is County Business District B3. We'll be recognizing it in the city as C1. And we just have a couple of maps to show the location at 2805 US 27. And this is just a snapshot of that map. We're going from county red to city red for land use. And then if we can go to the zoning slide, county red to city red. Again, it's apples and apples, recognizing the zoning districts in the city. And I'm available for any questions.
Okay, any questions from council members? No, sir?
Ready to make a motion?
Any comments or questions from audience, from the public?
Let's get it done.
No?
Go for it.
Now you can make a
Make a
motion.
motion that we approve ordinance 1485 and 1486 on second and final reading as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further comments or questions from council members or from the public? Kathy, would you call the vote, please?
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle.
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lorenz.
Yes. Okay, we'll adjourn that public hearing and we'll start the next public hearing. Okay. The purpose of this is in regards to ordinance number 1487, a city-initiated request to amend the future land use map of the city of Sebring, Florida, amending one parcel of land comprising approximately .76 acres located 600 US 27 North Sebring from county commercial to city commercial. And the purpose of the public hearing is to receive public input on the ordinance, which will amend the Sebring Comprehensive Plan future land use map for that property located at 600 US 27 North. Mr. Swain, 1486, and I guess
87 and 88.
87 and 88, excuse me.
That's right. 1487 is entitled an ordinance of the city of Sebring, Florida, amending the city of Sebring Comprehensive Plan future land use map for a 0.76 acre parcel on US 27 North in Lot 8 of Lakeview High Pines subdivision, as recorded in Plat Book 4, page 8 in the public records of Highlands County, Florida, from county commercial to city commercial, transmitting said amendment to the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity for notification, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date. Ordinance 1488 regarding the same parcel is entitled an ordinance of the city of Sebring, Florida, changing the zoning classification of a 0.76 acre parcel on US 27 North in Lot 8 of Lakeview High Pines subdivision, recorded in Plat Book 4, page 8 of the Public Records of Highlands County, Florida, from County Business District B3 to City Commercial District C1, providing for severability, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, thank you, sir. Miss Jennifer Cotto Salisbury again. please.
All right. Once again, this is future land use amendment and rezoning needed due to annexation. Again, changing from county commercial to city commercial future land use, and county B3 commercial to city C1 commercial. So again, another apples to apples required due to annexation. Thank you.
Okay. Any comments from council members or questions? No, sir.
Ready for a motion?
Nope, let me see if the public has a comment first. That's why we're here for the public hearings. Is there any comments or questions from the public? Now you can make a
I
motion.
make a motion that we approve ordinance 1487 and 1488 on second and final reading as presented.
Okay, have a motion?
Second.
And a second. Okay. Any further comments or questions from the council members? Further comments or questions from the public? Kathy, would you call the vote, please?
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle,
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lorenz.
Yes. Okay, we're going to now go to the next public hearing for ordinance number 1489, and that is 1489, applicant initiated request to amend the official zoning map of the city of Sebring, Florida, amending one parcel of land comprising approximately 0.15 acres located at 300 South Pine Street, parcel number S2934290706600110, from multifamily district R3 to multiple family professional district R3P. And the purpose of the public hearing is to give the public a chance to have input on the ordinance, which will amend the Sebring zoning map for the property located at 300 South Pine, multifamily R3 to multiple family professional district R3P. Mr. Swain.
Ordinance number 1489 is entitled An Ordinance of the City of Sebring, Florida, changing the zoning classification of a 0.15 acre parcel being Lot 11, Block 66, Town of Sebring, second edition, according to the plat thereof, recorded in transcript book 1, page 7 of the Public Records of Highlands County, Florida, from multiple family district R3 to multiple family professional district R3P, providing for severability and providing for conflict and providing for an effective date.
Okay. And you only have one this time.
This is a standalone.
Yes. Miss Jennifer Cotto Salisbury, would you
All
please
right.
explain this one?
Yes, good evening. As was stated, this is an applicant-initiated rezoning. In addition to residential uses, this would allow for professional uses, so it would allow for an office on the property. And that is really it. I'm not sure if the applicant's here tonight, but it would just allow for that additional use of an office.
Okay. Any questions from council members? Questions or comments from the public? Yes, sir. Come on up, tell us who you are and what you'd like to say.
Hate to interrupt you or slow you down. My name's Bill Dixon. I live at 318 South Pine. I'm probably the closest homeowner that lives there, and these people certainly are increasing the value of my property. They're cleaning the neighborhood up. It looks better.
Good.
Good, thank you.
Okay, well, very good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, any further comments or questions? Okay. In that case, we'll adjourn our public hearing. And we'll move on to,
I make a motion that
Motion? Yep.
we approve ordinance 1489 on second and final reading as presented.
Second.
motion and a second. Any further comments or questions from council members? Any further comments or questions from the public? Okay, Kathy, would you call a vote, please?
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle,
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lorenz.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna now go into another public hearing, and this is 10I and J together. Public hearing ordinance 1490 and 1491. Applicant initiated request to amend the future land use map of the city of Sebring, Florida. One parcel of land comprising approximately 2.55 acres located at 1877 Arbuckle Creek Road, Sebring, parcel number S 173429-020-00000099A, from county low-density residential to city high-density residential. And the purpose of the public hearing, again, is to receive input on the ordinance which will amend the Sebring Comprehensive Plan future land use map for the property located at 1877 Arbuckle Creek Road. Mr. Swain, would you read the ordinance, please?
Yes, sir. Ordinance number 1490 is entitled, "An Ordinance of the City of Sebring, Florida, amending the City of Sebring Comprehensive Plan future land use map on a 2.55 acre parcel located at 1877 Arbuckle Creek Road in Dinner Lake Suburb Subdivision from county low-density residential to city high-density residential, transmitting said amendment to the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity for notification, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date." Ordinance number 1491 is entitled, "An Ordinance of the City of Sebring, Florida, changing the zoning classification of a 2.55 acre parcel located at 1877 Arbuckle Creek Road in Dinner Lake Suburb Subdivision in Highlands County, Florida, from county single-family district R1 to city multiple-family district R3, providing for severability, providing for conflict, and providing for an effective date."
Very good. Okay, Ms. Jennifer Cotto Salisbury, if you would explain this one, please.
Okay, this is an applicant-initiated amendment. This was property that was annexed into the city. The owner is Sebring Oasis Condos LLC, and they are the applicant as well. And really, they're looking to change the future land use from county low-density residential to city high-density residential. Now, this is consistent with the property directly adjacent to this property that is in the city. And the same would be true of the zoning. They would be looking to change the zoning from R1 to the city's R3. And again, that is consistent with property in the city that is directly adjacent. And I believe they're the same property owner as well as the property that's already in the city.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from council members? No, sir? No? Questions or comments from the public? No? Okay, we will adjourn our public hearing. And I'll request any motions.
I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 1490 and 1491 and find it on final reading as presented.
Okay. Have a
Second.
motion? And
Second.
And a second. Any further comments from council members? Any further comments or questions from the public? Kathy, would you call the roll, please?
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle,
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lorenz.
Yes. Well, that does it for our public hearings.
Yay.
We were able to condense them a little bit tonight. We're gonna now move on to 10K, Sebring Parkway Phase 2 Sanitary Sewer Change Orders and Budget Amendment Number 53. And Mr. Nathlick is going to talk to us about this one.
Good evening, council. Bob Bogus wasn't able to be here tonight. He's not feeling well. I do want to pass out a new budget amendment number 53. I've had some discussion with finance, and we believe that this budget amendment will better reflect what's taking place here.
Okay.
So staff's received several change orders from Bergeron Land Development on the Sebring Parkway Phase 2 sanitary sewer system, and actually the water system as well. Budget number 53 will accomplish a couple of things here. One, it will reduce the infrastructure water budget by $46,557. So that would be a negative change order, if you will, or a decreasing change order. And then we are also looking to increase, or we're utilizing those funds to help fund the wastewater change orders. And we're also going to move $24,261 from reserve for capital for a total of $70,818 to fund this set of change orders. Marvin is here from Polston to answer any questions you might have in reference to the change orders. But the change orders have been, are here because we've got conflicts with other underground utilities, infrastructure. And I would also like to express that we probably are going to see some additional change orders to the wastewater system that will increase that line item. But we are also going to see some change orders to the water infrastructure in the future that will additionally reduce the line item. At the end of the day, we expect to actually come in under budget for the project. The total project is about $2.1 million. To date, council will have approved $29,592 in change orders if you approve the change orders that are accompanied here, if you will. Marvin?
Okay, Marvin Wolf, Polston Engineering. I guess if you have any questions on why some of the change orders needed to be made.
Yeah, council members. Carl?
Well, there's something in the way you gotta change. You know, a whole lot you can do, you know.
Okay, Mr. Devlin? Any questions? Mr. Bishop? No.
So, on our agenda packet, it's a little more money, it's 71, so it's actually 70.
70,800.
Okay, not the 71.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had finance take a look at this today
Okay.
and just make sure the budget amendment was correct. So they've made some adjustment and changes of where we're moving money from.
Okay.
That would be better from a finance perspective and purchasing perspective, so.
Well, the good news is you said it's gonna come under budget.
So it would appear, we don't know that yet,
Right,
but
but it sounds.
we have some change orders that are coming on the water side that will reduce that budget. And I can explain a little further. In the future, when we set up a project like this, we set up a project line item for wastewater and we set up a project line item for water. In the future, probably what we will do is set up one line item so that we can transfer money back and forth between water and sewer, because what's happened here is we've exceeded our budget on the sewer side, but not on the water side, and we're gonna come in under budget on the water side and over budget in the sewer side. But at the end of the day, it looks like we'll be under budget for the project in total.
Well, that right there is a big positive.
Yeah.
Coming in under budget on
Yeah.
everything. with
Somewhat,
government is,
also somewhat surprising given
Right.
given the time now and the issues that you have with supply right now and getting, you know,
Yeah.
materials, because materials have gone up in price, so.
Yeah,
Yes, they have.
and this is a much needed project that's
Yeah.
been
Oh, yeah.
in the works for a long time. But is there any questions from the public? Comments?
I'd like a point of clarification, Scott, just for the record, for the clarification, what is the exact amount you're transferring? So it's not the 71,000 anymore, right? It's the,
70,000, and I'm noticing they've got 70,819 and 70,818.
yeah, I mean, it's only $1 difference, but it's one of those figures and not the
Yes.
71,715.
That is correct.
Correct, okay, I just wanted to, thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, entertain
Make-
motions.
I make a motion that we approve budget amendment number 53.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further comments from the public? Further comments or questions from council members? Kathy, call the roll, please.
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle,
Yes.
Detman.
Yes.
Lawrence.
Yes. Okay, we don't have any business from the audience?
No, sir.
Okay, we have city attorney's business?
Nothing further, sir.
Okay, city administrator's business.
Council agenda item 13A has to do with the appointment of a committee to fill the upcoming vacant Public Works Director position. Yesterday, our Public Works Director, Ken Field, submitted his resignation effective May 4th. Staff is recommending an appointment of a search committee to interview candidates and make a recommendation to the mayor. The mayor will fill the position with the advice and consent of council. Staff is recommending the following members. Voting members, Mark Stewart, Thomas Detman, and Kathy Haley. And non-voting members would be the mayor, myself, Ken Fields, and Charlotte Mann.
Okay. Any questions from council members? Comments?
I just want to wish Mr. Fields the best of luck in his endeavor into the public venue, if you will. I should say the private venue.
Yeah.
I think he'll be very successful, as he has been throughout his career.
All right. And I also want to just say thank you for your service to the city. You've been here the entire time that I've been on council and well before that also, and you've got a lot of things done. So, and I know it takes a lot of people to run a city, and we appreciate it. We really do. My only thing is I really wish we could pay some of our employees a little bit better so that we could retain them a little bit more. We have been going through a few things lately where there's better opportunities, and we understand that. And I also wish you good luck with everything. So, and thank you, by the way, for giving us sufficient notice. So, thank you.
And I just, you know, every time I've ever called Ken, if someone called me and had a problem within the city, he was Johnny on the spot. And I just hope that this new committee finds someone as good as he is. So thank you, Ken, for everything you've done for us. And we ought not to accept your resignation, make you stay. How's that?
That doesn't mean you get to slack off for the next 3 months either.
We expect you to fix everything before you leave.
No pressure.
Especially late
No pressure, yeah. Okay, request a motion.
I make a motion, we approve appointment of the committee as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further comments or questions? No. Okay, Kathy, call the roll, please.
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle,
Yes.
Detman,
Yes.
Lawrence.
Yes. Is that it for the city administrator?
Yes, sir.
Okay, city clerk's business.
Council needs to approve the paying of bills, please.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments from the public in regards to paying of the bills? Okay. Kathy, call the roll, please.
Bishop,
Yes.
Carlisle,
Yes.
Detman,